Today we're headed out here. We're headed to Uxmal. That's that little tippity top that you can see in the horizon out there. I don't know if you can actually see it on the camera here. It's a pyramid anyways from the Mayans. It's one of Chichen Itza and Uxmal are like the biggest ones in the area of Yucatan. So yeah, we're headed out here today. I'm currently in this little viewpoint thing here, just off the side of the road over here that we're driving up. And yeah, there's this little guy who's built a nice little shelter here where you can make stop if you're riding a bike or whatever. Have nice views over the plains here, out to the hills out there where we have the pyramids. So that's where we're going today. My name's Sebastian. Let's go explore. All right, so we are in Uxmal today. This is one impressive pyramid, an old ancient city. So this is the one of the two main Mayan ancient cities ruins to explore here in the Yucatan Peninsula. About a month ago, maybe 1.5 months ago, we went to Chichen Itza, the other one, the most famous one, the World Heritage Site. Uxmal is actually bigger in terms of what's left today than Chichen Itza itself. So we're going to explore, compare a bit the two to see which one is better. So far, Uxmal is winning it for me, simply because, as you can see, there's not a lot of other people here. It's a lot more well kept. It's a lot more, what can you say, there's less of the special price for you, my friend, kind of people hassling in the entrance, trying to sell. There's no, in Chichen Itza we have inside the site itself, it's full of salespeople, it's full of people making noises of animals, where here there's no need to make animal noises, because it simply is animals making the noises here. It's more natural. It seems significantly, like you see over here, the birds flying around up there in the sky. I don't know if you can see them, but it's impressive. So we have the main pyramid right here, going over to this building over here. And as I say, almost no like special price for you, my friend, salespeople in here. There's none of that. Those guys blowing those whistles, horns, whatever you want to call them, like you did have in Chichen Itza. So yeah, massive points for Uxmal so far. Entrance much more nicely kept. And here we come up to this old building here. This is the cool thing as well, like you can touch and see a lot more than you could in Chichen Itza, like here. We can actually look inside. Don't know how much you can actually see. It's not much to see. Guess it would have been like a storage area or something back in the day. Let's go down and have a look down here. Seems to have been like the main plaza down here, like we have, just like Chichen Itza itself as well had that field, that big field I'm just trying to look for those rings that they have on the field in Chichen Itza for that game, the Juego de Pelotas, the ball game that they had. But I'm not sure whether that's here or not. Then, wow, here is a unsure what this really is. It's protected clearly. It's got this kind of protection in front of it, on top of it. I don't know what it is. It looks like it probably was a throne, since it says don't sit down. So I'm guessing this would have been where the leader would sit, and he would watch his people out here playing that game, doing the marches, doing all the rituals. Wow, spectacular with those birds here. It's like absolutely phenomenal how the birds are flying around here. As I say, no people actually molesting you here, as you do have in Chichen Itza. Here's a little view to the inside, as you can hear behind me. Some of the other guys are doing this clapping thing, so the plaza here is designed in such a way that when you clap here, it echoes around. Wow, look up here. So we have what's that? The snake. And a warrior there. And we have the snake over here. Like that's the head of the snake right there. I don't know if it's a snake biting itself or what it is. Certainly is absolutely spectacular. Wow. The attention to detail that those guys had back in the day, phenomenal. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where this really is in terms of like what this field is. Obviously it's like the main square. I don't think it's where they would have played the Juego de Pelotas back in the day. Oh, nice! Look at them! Have a look, can you see them? Flying around up there, doing trips. So you can also, another point for Uxmal versus Chichen Itza, that you can actually look inside the pyramids, inside the structures, the buildings. And then we have the main pyramid over there, behind the square here where we started as we came in. It is, wow, absolutely excellent. Like, look at that shot there, look at that frame, gorgeous. Here we go. This is where, what I was talking about before in the square, this is where they played the Juego de Pelotas. See those rings there on the side? That's where they would have been playing. That's where the ball has to go through to win that game. And then they would play like army against army, and the captain of the losing team would then have his head chopped off in front of the chief of the president, whatever you want to call it, of the tribe here, of the Mayan tribe. And you would have to, it's kind of like a mix of, from what I've been told, it's kind of like a mix between basketball and football. It's like, you can imagine that, like, as you say, here we come up to it, you have to get up there, get it through that ring right there, get a ball through that ring, and you score a point. So basically, yeah, that's what it's about here. Wow, just take it in for a sec, you know. In fact, you can just walk around. It's phenomenal. So you have the main pyramid is over here behind those trees. You have the town hall square up there. Not town hall, but like town square. The old ancient city square would be up there, in that opening there where we came from before. And then we have the field, the Juegos de Pelotas. And then we have that area up there where those guys are to go and check next. The views here are absolutely stunning. Just look at these massive pyramids. I gotta say, this, for me, personally, ranks a lot higher than Chichen Itza. Like, just the fact that you can really walk around in here and really get a perspective of like the beauty of this kind of place here, you know. Look at that. Look how much bigger, or how big this looks, like the scale, and the fact that there aren't many other people around here, you know, just makes for a phenomenal exploration. This one that we have over here is the Governor's Palace, it's called. And yeah, it certainly has a palace feel to it, doesn't it? It is gorgeous. You can actually get to walk up here, looking over to that pyramid over here as well. You can see there on the side how covered it actually gotten. I guess, you know, when the Mayans got driven extinct by the Spanish back in the day, I guess they would have, these pyramids would have been covered completely. And as you know, I've read about other pyramids down close to the Guatemala area, down close to the border to Guatemala, where supposedly, where it takes days and days and days to hike into the jungle, and you could really, in those pyramids, get a feel for how it really would have been back in the day to live in these places, and where they're still covered, like you see over there behind me on the side. They're covered in the forest. You could just imagine as you walk around here, like being the archaeologists as well that would have found this place back in the day, the first people to rediscover after the Mayans had become extinct. that's kind of that's the beauty of this. Yeah, I've said it already a couple of times during this video. This place takes it by far over Chichen Itza for me. The price is the same to enter as it is in Chichen Itza, and yeah, you just have so much more ability to interact with the structures themselves here. Much more left as well. Chichen Itza doesn't have much more than the actual pyramid left there, where here there's so much like this governor's palace that I'm walking around on right now. There is different, like the pyramid over here behind me. There's the main pyramid where we entered. These views such as here, like you can just see, you know, here would have been some sort of room. I don't know, maybe it was a house, or like, well, this part of the governor's palace, so it would have been some type of house or something, you know, some type of office. You can imagine they're getting stamped in. Welcome to the governor's palace. Here's your stamp. You're free to come in. Here we have the stairs. Absolutely incredible, must say. When we come up here, to what would have then been I guess some of the Casa de las Tortugas, it says. So that's the Casa de las Tortugas. And then we have the actual palace over here, where the governor said was sitting, ruling the city back in the day. And then we have the pyramid over here in the background behind other people. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what else can you say? Just look at the view. Alright, so you see here, you have restoration going on as well, because you see the top bit here is the old school, and then the rocks here look new and fairly fresh as well. You see on the inside, looks very fresh. You have this beautiful painting up here. So there's still a lot of restoration going on with the different ruins around here. Obviously, they're restoring it in a modernized, or in the same kind of style, but obviously it will take time before it's going to look. I think that thing that you have there it's like a bird's nest or something, some kind of insect. And then we have that painting there in the middle. But yeah, it certainly is very beautiful. You see over here as well, on this one over here, I think this looks like a tomb to me. I'm not sure if it is, but it looks like a tomb. But you see here as well, like how the top bit, it's clearly the old original rocks, and then on the bottom bit there They have, I don't know if they've peeled off some layers to get in, and they've washed them off to have them look more modernized or whatever, or have them look like prettier. Like, I'm sure, kind of like, wow, here you really see, look at that. There's an iguana here. Here you really see how well these guys blend in. It is gorgeous, look at that. There it really shows you how well they blend in to the nature, the iguanas. And yeah, as I said, this place compared to Chichen Itza, the way you just feel walking around in the forest floor, just looking, observing. You see here as well on this structure here, the platform of the governor's palace over here, how this clearly is the original structure over here, what we're looking at there. And then we have that tomb there where there's some restoration going on. It's like, you just look at this, like walking around here, way better than Chichen Itza, I must say. We can just actually walk in and touch and feel, get up close. This is proper history classes. This is my kind of history class, I must say. As they just have a slight bit of birds in the background. You have the sound of the nature, and the fact that we can just walk here on the walls. Like, if you ask me, this is much more of a World Heritage Site than Chichen Itza. Obviously Chichen Itza, because it was the capital of the Mayans back in the day, is the one that they've put as the World Heritage Site. But I mean, take a look at this and compare it to Chichen Itza. If you would have to choose, say you come here for just 1 week or 2 weeks here to the Yucatan Peninsula, and you want to see some Mayan ruins, I would big time recommend Uxmal over Chichen Itza by far. You can, so much bigger, way more like original. You can get a feel for how it really was living in this, in those times, living in these circumstances. There's prices. The price is exactly the same for both to come in, and yeah, you're just able to really, like, such as here. It's a good example. You can see these rocks here clearly been shaped from back in the day. It's fairly smooth here. These things such as that. We have another one over here, one of these rings. Like, just imagine the way they have been able to, obviously the other half is missing here to make the ring complete, but like, you can just see so much beauty here. Absolutely phenomenal. We have another one over here, a trough or something it looks like. So yeah, highly recommend coming to Uxmal. I am blown away. It is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. So yeah, Wow. So we're here out of Uxmal now, out of the city. Just came to the other side of the road. There's a store here, a chocolate store, and there's an eco park there as well that you can go to if you want. We're not gonna go do that. Don't really like to support these kind of things, animals and captured animals. You can call it what you want, it's still captured animals, so I don't really like it. But we did buy some lovely chocolate that we're gonna take back home and have a taste of later on the way on our drive. And yeah, with that said, with this beautiful agave park here, it's gonna make for some lovely tequila, that, and with the view of this phenomenal building here behind us and some delicious chocolate, we are gonna end the video here. I'll say thanks for watching. Give the video a like, hit the subscribe button as well, click the notification bell so you'll be notified for the next video, and then I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Vamos, Leones!